Hi, welcome back to our first session. We'll continue on the leftover topic. So we will discuss now on the directories. So we have already covered, as you see in earlier session, the previous session on all this topic. Okay, so now so as I discussed last time in the earlier session, if you see, you just go back and look into the session 1. So now here it is, this is the size, okay. And now what I have done, I have added the content in the file, and now you can see the file size increased to 22. So if I added some content in the file, so this is the content present in the file, and that's the reason you can see here the file size is increased from 0. So when we created for the first time it was 0, and now it is increased to 22. So this is about the leftover part. And now let's begin on the directories. Okay. Okay, so when we say a directory, in general we know the term that directory contains number of files, and it also can contain another directories that we can call as a subdirectory. Okay, now in Unix we have something called as slash, which is called as root directory. So on every Unix system, the root is a directory, and that is denoted by slash. So it is like everything. When we say any path of a particular file, any absolute path of a particular file or the directory, it starts with slash. That means from the root directory. Okay, and then every directory we create after that is, we can say, a child of root. Generally when you use in your project, so you will have something called as home directory. Okay, and that is nothing but under root you have a directory called home. So here basically when we say slash home, it internally has one directory called slash, plus there is another directory with with home. So it's another directory. Okay, so this is like combination of two directories. Okay, now you have to remember, you will see always these two terms. One is absolute path and a relative path. So it's very simple. When we say absolute path, come back to terminal. So now I will create a directory, and I will give the name as session dir. Okay, so this is a directory. Again, you have to be very specific when give a directory name. Same like it's better to choose alphanumeric and the most meaningful one. Okay, so now you can see I have created a directory. Now again, to get the content or to verify whether the directory is present or not, I will do ls-l, again the same command which we have discussed in the earlier session, and I will say session _dir. Okay, so now you can see now the difference. It is not showing me anything. It is saying total 0. What it means? Because I have just created a directory. Many times you will get it confused. You will not get the content, or you will not get the actual permissions, the size of the directory, and the owner and the group of the directory, right? That we see here. The way we see in file, we do not see when we have a directory. Many people overlook on this part. So how we'll get particularly directory listing? So you have to do ls-ld and then session directory. Okay, so now you can see it is showing me something like this. It is a directory, then again this is the same thing, then there is a user, password, and this. You understood this? Now because this directory does not contain any subdirectories or any other files, it is not displayed here, but to get the view you have to do ls-ld. So this is very important, yeah. And then rest all is the same, but now you will see some difference here, right? I'll copy again this thing and I will save it in the notepad. Now, and then I will explain you the absolute path and the relative path. Okay, so now here you can see we have created a directory. We are already in the, so I will go into this directory and copy this and I will paste here. Okay, and I will say pwd. So when I am having this path, this is my print current working directory, so this is called as absolute path. Okay, so this is nothing but because it is starting with root. If I'm giving something called as something like this dot dot slash dot dot slash, and I'm giving session dir, so this is my relative path because it is not starting with root, but it is relative to some other directory. Let's say I am already into a directory Samsung and then I am going to this directory, or I'll say I'm already into the directory cd home slash Samsung. So let's say I am already here. Okay, and I am now doing cd Unix slash session underscore directory. So you can see I am again going back to the same directory, but here it is not starting with root. So this is called a relative path. Okay, sorry, so we'll just do, so it is we are in this directory, and then what we'll do is we will do cd Unix, yes, and cd. So you can see now why oh, I have given the wrong name, that's the reason it is came out. So I have to give, so you can see this is the reason it has not found that directory, and now it has. So these are all our relative paths because they are not starting with root. Okay, now you have seen this is the again the number of columns are same. Okay, and now what I will do, I will create a file inside this directory. So I will again use touch command, let's say, and I will say the name of the file is, I'll give sub file. Okay, I will do ls-l now, and I will say on the session underscore dir. Sorry, so I'll say here ls-l and my directory name. So now I can get, because there is some file present, I can get output of ls-l with the file content. Okay, so it is now listing the files under the directory. Understood this point? So it is listing the files under this session_dir. Okay, and if I'll say ls-ld now, and again I'll give the same structure. Okay, so this is the same. And now, so coming back to now, we can see here that so we have created a directory and we have created a file under the directory. Okay, now let me go ahead. So we are already under the directory session_dir. Okay, so here if I'll say just ls, I can see one sub file. I will create one more directory inside it again. Okay, I'll say here sub_dir underscore or I'll say first underscore to know better sub_dir. Okay, fine, and I will do again ls-l. Okay, now you can see it is saying me there are two files it is showing. One is sub file, one is first underscore sub_dir. Now how to identify whether it is my ordinary file or my okay, so I'll just copy this output, I'll paste in my notepad. Okay, fine. Now you can see everything looks same here, right? Because I mean except the timestamp obviously, but now here this is giving the file name, this is giving the directory name. Okay, but now here you can see there is some difference in the first bit of the output. So that is nothing but giving the type of file. So now the first bit, if it is hyphen, it means it is ordinary file across. Anywhere you will see hyphen, that means that gives you indicator that is ordinary or regular file. If it is starting with the D, that means it is a directory. You got this? Good. So this is important to understand. Okay, so this is I think clear to you. So this is the first bit, it is giving indicator what type of file. So here now we are one step ahead. Now we understand that which is a directory and which is a regular file. We can differentiate easily, and that's what you have to remember now. Okay, now I will touch upon again the concept of home directory. So how you will go to home directory if you are anywhere at your file system. So home directory you can go using three ways. Okay, let's say again come back to here. So my current working directory is this. Okay, and if I do cd, just I type cd, then if I do pwd, I am into my home directory. So this is my working directory or user directory. So I'll just type cd and I'll come back here. Let's say I will again go back to my another yeah, and then I will do cd and tilde. So see, I can just type cd, I can give cd and tilde, this symbol, and I will hit enter, and you will see that I am again coming back to the same directory. This is the second way of going to the home directory. Okay, so I think it's clear. And there is one other vague way which I should not use or we should not discuss. I mean, it's not used always. Anyway, whenever you log in into system, you will end up into the home directory. Or another way is you have to just go back to your parent directories. For example, here you are again into same path, let's say Unix.